Ask yourself, do you deserve millions of dollars? You know you don't deserve it, and God knows you don't deserve it. And if he gave it to you, it would be a punishment. There's nothing worse than giving a person who's not ready for money. Because they're going to fuck their life up. Another thing I want to say about the universe and how it works. God only gives you what you're ready for. And on the rare occasions he gives you something you're not ready for, you're going to regret it. I want to make you all feel better. If you're watching this and you didn't become a millionaire yesterday, I want to make you feel better. Because there are timelines in this multiverse where you caught that $1 million pump and you got in your car and you crashed. Could have happened. You could have caught that $1 million pump and somebody you love would have heard about it and got excited and tried to drive home a little bit quicker and crashed their car. And if you could then, with hindsight, be offered 2 timelines, do you want that pump with these scenarios, or do you want to ignore the pump and everyone be healthy? You choose the timeline you are currently in. So you don't need any FOMO. You're fine. As you see crypto pump, yes, you need to allocate a certain amount of time and finance to crypto, of course. But you need to be more focused than ever to be successful outside of it. I know this seems counterintuitive. I know you're sitting to think, but Tate always says work, lock in. I do. But you are making a deadly mistake with this asinine conflation between perma-loss and getting wrecked and work. They're not the same thing. So this terrible FOMO, this chasing shiny objects to imagine this perfect world where you pulled off this free money from the sky that you didn't even work for. You need to get that out of your head. Energy cannot be destroyed. It can only be converted. So that FOMO that you feel, that negative emotion that you feel, that sadness that you feel, that inability to sleep, that anxiousness, that nervousness, that should have you in the gym training harder than you've ever trained. But instead, what it has you doing is scrolling up and down Twitter, refreshing the page, hoping that's going to somehow turn back time, which is a mistake. If God decided you didn't need to catch that pump right now, then his plan for you is for you to dedicate yourself and rain dance, which I'm going to talk about because I've talked about it before, until you eventually catch the pump when you deserve it. You know, I wasn't even rich till I was 27. And I think back and I thank God I wasn't rich when I was young. Because if I got rich before 27, I wouldn't be strong like I am now. And that's worth more than being rich. And I wouldn't be able to fight like I can now. And that's worth more than being rich. And I wouldn't have the lessons that I say to you on all these emergency meetings. And that's worth more than being rich. And I wouldn't have learned how to get bitches broke. And that's worth more than being rich. I like all the lessons I had when I was poor. That's why I'm top G. Because I have the poor man's lessons and the rich man's money. So if God's decided you need some more of the poor man's lessons, then that is a blessing. You just have to be prepared to do the right things to learn them. Refreshing a Twitter page ain't gonna teach you. The fight gym's gonna teach you. Taking the L on your chin like a man and saying, yeah, good, I didn't deserve that money yet. Ask yourself, do you deserve, for all of those for all that Twitter scrolling you've done, and for all those messages you've sent in Telegram, do you deserve millions of dollars? The universe is telling you there are lessons you need to learn. It's never happy. It's never smiles and rainbows. You do not get to wake up and scroll Twitter and make millions and be happy and smile. And the ones who do are not going to end up happier than you. You have to wake up, realize life is shit, do the right thing even though you don't feel like doing it, dedicate yourself, knuckle down, grind out, brutal, terrible, hard labor. And you need to have your soul and body coarsened by the monotonous grind. And if you do it the way you're supposed to do it, the lessons you will learn along the way makes money worth having. There's no point having money if when you walk into the club, nobody gives a fuck who you are, nobody respects you? What's the point in money then? You see it all the time in Miami now, these crypto kids spending 300-400 grand on bottles in a night. Who cares? Nobody. If you do manage to make a whole bunch of money, you need to invest in yourself. That's when you gotta get in the fight gym. Because we don't give a shit about how much money you have. We care about the quality of your character as a man. That's what we care about. That's up to you if you want to upgrade your character or continue to scroll Twitter and try and make more Solana, I guess, as if that's going to change something. So ask yourself a question. If you were honest, and I were to say to you, do you want a 1% chance of making it today? You can roll a dice with 100 sides, a 1% chance you might pull it off. Or do you want a 100% chance you're going to pull it off in 3 years from now? 3 short years, 100% you would have made it. The intelligent people would say, well, 3 years of working, learning lessons along the way, being poor enough to appreciate money once I have it, plus a guaranteed success. I'll take the 3 years. But most of you, if offered that chance, wouldn't take the 3-year path. You would take the instant gamble bet because you are so monumentally lazy that you would rather roll that dice, lose, and sit at home with no prospects, no hope, no chance, nowhere to go, than dedicate yourself to something for a little while. Which shows a monumental logic fail in the way that your mind functions. Because the 3 years it will take you to get to the guaranteed success are not wasted. They are spent teaching you things you're going to need to know once you get there to be the man you're supposed to be anyway. Because if you want to play this game, you need to be working as hard as possible. And there's a few reasons for that. The first reason is, if you're going to play a coin flip game, you need as many coins as possible. If I said you need to get 10 heads in a row to become a millionaire, and you only have 10 coins, what's your chances? Low. If you have 1 million coins, what's your chances? Much higher. You need to have ammo. So if you're going to play this game, if you want to be in the trenches, if you want to gamble, if you want to play minus sum games, you need to be more focused on doing things outside of these games. The people I know who are successful from crypto are successful in things outside of crypto. And they take a gamble. They win. Take another gamble. They lose. Take another gamble. They lose. Take another gamble. They win. So what crypto is good for doing is turning your money into more money. But you have to be careful that you are not falling in the trap of using up your time and not turning it into money. You can only make money one of two ways. You trade your time for it or you trade your money for it.